Okay, here I am up at the printmaking room. This is one of the prints that we do with line when we return to the normals. But just not to lead horses to water. This is one of the best warm-ups ever I've seen, and it's actually done by a girl who wasn't majoring in art. She did this in art appreciation, and I think it's just wonderful. With the representation, the text, the abstraction, and actually this could be representation for a puddle, but it's kind of a made-up shape. So the four categories, representation, abstraction, text, pure form, non-representation, and sometimes, depending upon a full color photograph, this might be abstracted, but that might be as representational as you can get with cut shapes, black and white. And then I traded. Does he have his name on this? Probably not. And the fourth one might be under this, but it's taped into a little Swiss clip frame from Michael's, which the whole series was on display at one point in time. And one of these is, see, that's coming apart. I don't know what he used, but it's over 10 years old. But I think it's a really great example for the 1 to the skip to 3, skip to 4, and maybe the fact that it's skipped, because some years we don't do a set of 4. Sometimes we do a set of 3 or 4, depending upon how many other activities. And check this out. That looks kind of like a bug, doesn't it? Insect that have 6 legs, but if you change it like this, especially after seeing Jarrison Moore's, it's almost like a city on a hill, and that's the sky. So I've been also saying to some of you guys, bite in. There's a lot of the rectangle left, but look how much of the shape he took, which makes it really interesting because it could be an eye as well, or a smile. So the vertical, which is tall and strong, versus the horizontal, which maybe would emphasize the over and around, or this way. I see faces everywhere. That almost makes a strange face, does it not? But these little buildings or legs, they're not moving. My fingers are moving, but they appear to move. In the full set of 4, which way does it go? Because if he called it a city on a hill, then you could, if he called it chug-a-lug bug, if he called it composition number 1 in 3 parts, so there's a number of ways, but it's cut, shape, start, contrast, time, and motion are happening. And there's even the contrast between the organic and the geometric shape that makes this one a winner. And I cannot remember, I want to say Ever Chavez, but he was one of my students here. I can't remember what student made that circa 2008 or so. I mean, it was before I was here at STC. This was before I was here at STC too, but I like this pop art activity, which maybe I'll get some scans and add that in. Not that you necessarily need it, but the Lotteria, Sun and Heart. So this was Efren, and he kind of has time and motion going, and really did razzle dazzle in the framework too. So that's a beauty. I've given you guys a little bit of structure as to, are they going to be 4 the same? Are they going to be different? Here's a couple different variations of birds. Is that Garza's then? And this one was a little bit smaller, but it fit into the, is that 11 by 14? That's smaller than 11 by 14, 8.5 by 11. I don't know why they did it smaller. Maybe we were doing 9 by 12 that year, but this is Sarah Alvarado's. She's a doctor now, I think. And let's see the variation on the theme. All black and white, limited color. And it looks like we're almost getting into, well, analogous neighbors. We got the greens going into the blues, but then we have the complement for the blue. So maybe that is split complements. That's a fancy one. I think this one's wide open. And then look what you did with collage. And that was actually a bird that she cut out. Was it? I think she used it, an actual bird, as a template to cut it out from pattern and cut and lay some other shapes. So that's pretty sweet. And that's going to be